So the world apparently has a new country, a controversial prime minister, an unknown king, an interesting flag, and all for the purpose of housing refugees and migrants. So we're going to go over some things that you need to know about this so-called nation to try and make sense of all of this. The so-called country of the Yellow Mountain lies between Egypt and Sudan. It exists in a box of land near a disputed territory between Cairo and its neighbor. Bi'r Tawil is the official name of this region. It's 2,060 square kilometers, which is roughly the size of Kuwait. It's neither claimed by Egypt nor Sudan, leaving the region without an owner. But somebody else wants it.
وباسمي نحن رئيس مجلس وزراء مملكة الجبل.
The footage you just saw was recorded on September 5, 2019. The woman speaking is of Lebanese-American origin and goes by the name of Nadera Awad Nassif. She declared the establishment of the Yellow Mountain, stating that the country will be an Islamic constitutional monarchy with the goal of housing migrants and refugees across the Arab world. She said the decision came after the king met his ministers in the city of Odessa in Ukraine. Of course, it doesn't need much critical thinking to see some major gaps here. First off, she did not mention the name of this king or the ministers. Secondly, it is quite eccentric to say the least that the meeting is taking place in Odessa, Ukraine, of all places. Finally, the randomness of this announcement begs the question of whether what she is saying is even feasible or legal. Well, technically, according to the UN, it isn't illegal to declare a country. All you need is 4 things: a plot of land, some people, a government, and international recognition at a later stage. They've claimed the land, they say they have the government, and hope to bring more than 20 million people between 2020 and 2040. And now, they need to get that recognition. But all this is quite problematic. Why? Well, a few things. First off, this prime minister isn't the first to declare this plot of land a country. There was a very optimistic American fella by the name of Jeremiah Heaton who declared this place the Kingdom of North Sudan to make his daughter's dream of becoming a princess come true. His Facebook post went viral, but not the good viral, because he's from America coming to Africa declaring a country for his daughter, which is reminiscent of this little thing called colonialism. More than where Heaton is from though, the issue of unclaimed land, micronations, and now the birth of a state based on a desire to house refugees and legal loopholes is dangerous. Because what happens when legitimate nations want to do away with their refugees and start sending them to the so-called Yellow Mountain, turning the whole place into a giant refugee camp in the middle of the desert? Why is it a monarchy? How will it be run? And what happens if one day Egypt and Sudan want to claim that land? In short, as the Middle East goes through wars, turbulence, and political instability, there is a very real chance that countries will be split or carved up into smaller fragmented states. And so, the example of the Kingdom of the Yellow Mountain can become much more than a weird piece of news that made it on your timeline. But the reality of a micronation built amidst broken nations, stateless people, and a power vacuum that can reshape this region in years to come.